Welcome to Democracy Now!, democracynow.org, the War and Peace Report. I'm Amy Goodman. The U.S. federal government shutdown has entered its 34th day. Two federal judges ruled Friday the Department of Agriculture must partially disperse funds for SNAP, the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, and ordered the Trump administration to provide an update by today. Food banks and nonprofits nationwide are scrambling to meet the needs of 42 million Americans, including 16 million children, whose SNAP benefits were cut off over the weekend. On Friday, President Trump held a lavish Great Gatsby-themed Halloween party at Mar-a-Lago just hours before tens of millions of people lost SNAP benefits. Democratic Senator Chris Murphy wrote on social media, quote, "The way he rubs his inhumanity in Americans' face never ceases to stun me. He's illegally refusing to pay food stamp benefits while he throws a ridiculously over-the-top Gatsby party for his right-wing millionaire and corporate friends," unquote. We'll have more on the Great Gatsby and what it means for today after headlines. Meanwhile, nearly 13,000 air traffic controllers are working without pay due to the shutdown. CNN reports there have been 98 staffing trigger reports at airports since Friday, meaning air traffic controllers had to alter operations due to staff shortages. Israel's continuing to carry out attacks in Gaza, shelling eastern areas of Deir al-Balah and the Nuseirat refugee camp. Israel's killed at least 226 Palestinians since the U.S.-backed ceasefire went into effect October 10th. Officials in Gaza have accused Israel of also violating the ceasefire by allowing into Gaza just 24% of the aid trucks promised under the deal. On Sunday, Hamas returned the bodies of 3 more Israeli soldiers who were killed during the October 7th attack. In the occupied West Bank, Israeli forces and settlers killed 2 Palestinians earlier today. Israel also detained at least 15 Palestinians in overnight raids. On Friday, mourners gathered near Ramallah for the funeral of 15-year-old Yamin Samad Hamed, who was killed in an Israeli raid. This is Leila Ghanem, the governor of Ramallah.
The genocide continues not only in Gaza but in all of Palestine because they want to say to all the world, we are in control. We occupy all the world, not only Palestine. There are daily executions. This is a child who was executed like our children, our women, our elders were executed in cold blood because those who do not fear punishment will misbehave. The world should take a stand.
The former top lawyer for the Israeli military has been arrested for her role in the leak of surveillance video that showed Israeli soldiers gang-raping a Palestinian prisoner at the Sde Teiman prison last year. The military lawyer, Major General Ifat Tomer Yerushalmi, was arrested after being reported missing on Sunday. She resigned last week. 5 of the Israeli soldiers seen in the video were criminally prosecuted. At the time, Israeli Finance Minister Bezalel Smotrich said these soldiers should be treated like heroes, not villains, unquote. Israel's threatening to step up its attacks on Lebanon. Earlier today, Israeli Defense Minister Israel Katz accused the Lebanese government of delaying efforts to dismantle Hezbollah. Overnight, Israeli drone strikes killed 4 people in southern Lebanon. On Saturday, the U.S. bombed another boat in the Caribbean, killing at least 3 people. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth claimed the boat was carrying drugs, but once again offered no proof. The U.S. has now bombed 15 boats, killing at least 64 people over the past 2 months. UN Human Rights Chief Volker Turk has denounced the U.S. attacks. Turk's spokesperson, Ravina Shamdasani, spoke Friday.
These attacks and their mounting human cost are unacceptable. The U.S. must halt such attacks and take all measures necessary to prevent the extrajudicial killing of people aboard these boats, whatever the criminal conduct alleged against them.
In related news, the Washington Post reports the Justice Department has told lawmakers that the War Powers Resolution does not apply to the boat strikes because U.S. service members have not been put in harm's way. Former State Department lawyer Brian Finucane told the Washington Post, quote, "It's a wild claim of executive authority," unquote. This comes as the U.S. continues to amass more ships and aircraft near Venezuela. During an interview on 60 Minutes, CBS's Norah O'Donnell questioned President Trump about Venezuela.
On Venezuela in particular, are Maduro's days as president numbered?
I would say, yeah. I think so, yeah.
And this issue of potential land strikes in Venezuela, is that true?
I don't tell you that. I mean, I'm not saying it's true or untrue.
President Trump is threatening military intervention in Nigeria, accusing the government of failing to protect Christians. In a post on Truth Social, Trump wrote in part, quote, "The USA will immediately stop all aid and assistance to Nigeria and may very well go into that now disgraced country, guns a-blazing. If we attack, it'll be fast, vicious, and sweet, just like the terrorist thugs attack our cherished Christians," he said. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth replied to the post by writing, "Yes, sir," unquote. Speaking to reporters yesterday aboard his plane, President Trump again vowed to take action in Nigeria.
They're killing record numbers of Christians in Nigeria, and they have other countries very bad also. You know that part of the world very bad. They're killing the Christians and killing them in very large numbers. We're not going to allow that to happen.
But organizations monitoring violence in the region say there's no evidence to suggest Christians are killed more than other religious groups in Nigeria. This is Malik Samuel, a senior researcher at Good Governance Africa.
This is not a Christian genocide because the facts don't support it. If you look at the areas where this conflict is rife, even if you take Borno State alone, you look at the northern Borno. Many of these communities are Muslim dominated. So most of the victims of Boko Haram violence are Muslims.
Later in the broadcast, we'll speak with the Nobel Literature Prize winning Nigerian writer Wole Soyinka. He was just recently denied a visa back into the United States. The head of the Red Cross says history is repeating itself in Sudan's Darfur region after reports of mass killings by the Rapid Support Forces, RSF paramilitary group, in the city of al-Fashir. It comes as Sudan's government says the RSF has killed at least 2,000 people since the paramilitary group has seized control of al-Fashir. But witnesses say the death toll could be much higher as tens of thousands of civilians remain trapped in the city. The mayor of Evanston, Illinois, has opened 2 investigations into the actions of federal immigration agents. On Friday, one agent was filmed repeatedly punching a man in the head while he was pinned to the pavement. Moments earlier, an agent pointed a gun at a group of bystanders.
Out of here! Put the gun away! We're gonna shoot people!
Evanston Mayor Daniel Bliss denounced the federal agents.
ICE agents have assaulted Evanston residents, beaten people up, grabbed them, abducted them, taking people off the street once again because of the color of their skin. It is an outrage. Our message for ICE is simple: get the hell out of Evanston.
On 60 Minutes, CBS's Norah O'Donnell questioned President Trump about federal immigration agents using violent tactics.
More recently, Americans have been watching videos of ICE tackling a young mother, tear gas being used in a Chicago residential neighborhood, and the smashing of car windows. Have some of these raids gone too far?
No, I think they haven't gone far enough because we've been held back by the judges, by the liberal judges that were put in by Biden and by Obama.
You're okay with those tactics?
Yeah, because you have to get the people out.
Trump's popularity ratings are at an all-time low. A mayor in Mexico was shot and killed in a crowded plaza during Day of the Dead celebrations on Saturday. Carlos Alberto Manzo Rodriguez, the mayor of Uruapan in the western state of Michoacan, had been an outspoken critic of drug cartels and organized crime. And the United Nations Security Council's adopted a U.S.-backed resolution supporting Morocco's autonomy plan for Western Sahara as the basis for negotiations in the territory's political future. Morocco's occupied Western Sahara for half a century. 10 countries joined the United States in supporting the measure. Russia, China, and Pakistan abstained. Algeria did not cast a vote. The Polisario Front, the Sahrawi liberation movement seeking independence, denounced the vote, saying it would not take part in, quote, any peace process or negotiations based on proposals that aim to legitimize the Moroccan military occupation, unquote. To see our coverage of Western Sahara over the years, go to democracynow.org. And those are some of the headlines. This is Democracy Now!, democracynow.org, the War and Peace Report. I'm Amy Goodman. Thanks for watching Democracy Now! On YouTube. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications to make sure you never miss a video. And for more of our audience-supported journalism, go to democracynow.org, where you can download our news app, sign up for our newsletter, subscribe to the daily podcast, and so much more.